Alright, so I just wanted to show everyone some tips and tricks when it comes to working with HTML or a text-based editor. In this case, I'm using Atom. It's basically Dreamweaver, but something that is used in the industry more often, or Notepad++ is another one. But yeah, you could use Atom, you could use Dreamweaver, pretty much the same thing. And I like to have two windows open side by side. Had to have my text editor on one side and my favorite browser, or it could be Chrome, Firefox, anything. Just have it open. It's so much easier. And tip number one is to, if you're on a PC, you could always press the Windows key right next to your space bar and the Alt key. Press the Windows key and an arrow key. For this one, I want this to be on the left side of the screen, so I would press the Windows key and the left key, and it'll basically slide that and lock it onto one side, and then it'll basically on the right side ask you which one you want to lock on your right side. So in my case, I want to have the browser on my right side, so I just click that, and then you have two side by side nice views of your editor, and in this case the browser, and you could easily drag them side by side and it'll auto resize them depending on what you want. And the second thing is to have always just have a folder ready for your project. In this case, if I just want to, I just have a folder for my practice here for this demo purpose. I would just have it and just know where you've saved it, so that way once you're creating the files inside Atom or inside Dreamweaver, you could always just go to that folder and go from it. And having it open also helps you to open that file on your browser, because it's the easiest way to just have a file open up. So in this case, I'm on Atom. I'm just going to start a new file. In Atom, you'll notice that it starts as an untitled, and it doesn't know what you're working with. It could just be a notepad file, and right here it's indicated as plain text. And the way that it decides it's a HTML file is when you go to File, Save As. So when you save it as, locate where you pretty much got your that particular folder at, and then give it a name. And then this is the important part. Just at the end of it, call it .html, and that's how Atom, at least in Atom, that's how it decides or figures out that it's an HTML file. And once you save it, you'll notice that the text is now set to HTML and everything's good to go. And this works pretty much exactly like Dreamweaver. It'll give you suggestions and whatnot. So in this case, if I just type in HTML, it'll basically give you a suggestion, and then you enter it and it'll plop the head code for the HTML, and you could edit it right from here. So title would be practice file, and then you press save by going to File, Save, or Command S on your keyboard. And then this is what I meant about having that folder open, because once you go in there, you'll notice that file is already there, created. And then the easiest way to bring it to your browser is by just dragging and dropping it, and it'll just open that browser right there. And then in here, I could just type H1 and give this a hello world, and then save that, and then go back to your browser window and press F5 if you're on PC, and I'll just refresh it real quick to you. So this is a really easy way to have it side by side and see what you're doing right in one screen. And then once again, if you have more files, if you created a couple of files, it'll always be open on your little folder with everything in there, so you could just drag and drop things into it. One of the pros and cons, at least for Dreamweaver, is Dreamweaver will have that color picker that she mentioned, which is really cool. You could just easily pick the color, but in Atom, it's a little bit more bare bones. It might not have that, but it will still have all the other ones, like paragraph. You just press P, it'll say paragraph, and you just type things in there. Hello world. Save it and then refresh, and it'll just pop up there. And then a couple other tips. Adobe Color, if you Google that, is a great resource for color pickers or having just swatches of any color that you want. You can just go in there and just bring that color in and put that as your color tags if you want to. And then another one is if you want like font family stuff, just search font family on Google and type in HTML just to narrow it down. This one, w3schools.com, is a great resource for any HTML related things. Go there and it'll give you all the fonts and pretty much anything that you want. And this website is a great resource for HTML things. So yeah, that's some tips and tricks for writing HTML. Hope this helps.